wanted to take this moment and share with you a little bit about my story. As John mentioned, we are originally from Australia, but the truth is you Americans have jacked up our accents. We're nomads now. We go there, they're like, you're American. Well, they would say, you're very American. And over here they say, you guys are very Australian. So, but anyway, born in Australia, and my dad was actually a concert promoter back there. On one particular tour that he brought back to Australia, the tour didn't go very well, and we actually ended up losing everything that we had. And so my dad was lost the house, lost the car. He was looking for a kind of a new opportunity for his career and for the family, and he got a job offer in Nashville, Tennessee. And he thought it would be a good idea to move his 6 kids and his wife, who was 6 months pregnant at the time, to the other side of the world. And that's exactly what he did. But soon after we arrived here in America, we actually, my dad actually lost that job. So we're stranded on the other side of the world, no friends, no family. We were sleeping on beds made out of clothes. We didn't have any way for my little sister to be born in a hospital. We didn't have a car. You know, there was a very difficult time in our family, and we didn't know what else to do other than just gather around and pray for these essential things in life. Some folks found out we didn't have any furniture in our house and came, I kid you not, brought 2 box trucks full of furniture and furnished our entire house. We still to this day don't know who paid for my little sister, Libby, to be born in a hospital. We had people that would come over and just dump grocery bags full of groceries on our doorstep. And there were 2 stories in particular that were very, very amazing to me, especially as a young boy. When we came over to America, we came in the fall, and so Thanksgiving was coming up. And I mean, you Americans take Thanksgiving very, very seriously. You start planning next year's Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day. But we don't have Thanksgiving in Australia. We're not very thankful people. And but we found out there was a day celebrating thankfulness, and we thought, well, that's quite wonderful. And some new friends invited us over to their house for Thanksgiving, and we went over there, had a wonderful time celebrating Thanksgiving. And at the end of the night, the father of the household came to us and he said, I don't know why, but I just feel compelled to give you the keys to my brand new car. And we fell in love with Thanksgiving after that, let me tell you. So, and then the next story that was quite interesting was when we came over, Christmas was coming up, right? And so we had nothing. And so Mom and Dad started saying things like, so kids, we're very poor this year, we don't have much. And so the presents are going to be very small. And, you know, particularly Joel, but Joel and I were both kind of like, huh? Christmas, Santa doesn't care if we're poor. It's all good, you know, that type of thing. And so we got closer to Christmas, and that was still the narrative, you know, the presents are going to be small, and, you know, all that type of stuff. And we're like, no, Santa always comes through. Let me tell you, I've been good this year. And so there's a 6-year-old in our community at that time who had found out and knew that we were not going to be able to have Christmas that year. And he went to his 1st grade class at school, and he said, hey, I've got a family who isn't going to be able to have Christmas. I think that we should do something about it. He's 6 years old. And so that 1st grade class sponsored our family, and I kid you not, still to this day, that was the most extravagant Christmas I have ever had in my entire life. I mean, multiples of massive presents. It was just really amazing. And Joel and I just went back to Mom and Dad, and we were like, see? Santa always comes through, Mom and Dad! But as I look back at that time, now as an adult, I've realized something. That the moment that we stopped giving, my family was on the receiving end of that giving, but the moment that we stopped giving to each other, giving to our friends, giving to our families, and giving to the poor, our souls go dark. And some of you might be wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Well, we've been a part of an organization called Compassion International for a number of years. We've got some fans out there, that's cool. And Compassion International is a child sponsorship program that specializes in reversing the cycle of poverty in third world countries. It believes that by pouring into the youth of these countries,